Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, it is an awesome, awesome day here in the neighborhood. Let's see, is this straight? Yeah, I think so. Whew, how is everyone? I hope everyone is fine and dandy. Let's see, I am seeing, yeah, okay, good. I think we're fine. Yes, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So nice to be here with you, and thank you for being here with us on this amazing Monday, when so much is going on in our world and in our business community and in our lives, all in a positive way. We flew in last night from Nashville, and I fly a lot, but this one was a real, what do you call it, knuckle grabber? Is that what real tense. There was a whole lot of wind, and it was shaking all over the place. And flying into San Diego anyway is a little bit, well, it's a lot tricky, according to pilots that I've spoken to. But anyway, all is well, and the world is a wonderful place. All is well in the kingdom. So what we're going to be talking about today, or our focus, is going to be a disturbance in the force. And somehow things keep getting, there we go, okay. A disturbance in the force, or staying in the flow. You know, things happen in our lives. I woke up thinking about this, actually, that there are moments in our lives when all is well. We can feel that we're in the flow, we're cruising, we're moving and grooving and moving along fine. And then all of a sudden, there's a glitch in the matrix, right? There's a disturbance in the force. And so staying in the flow is what is so important. When we're connected with our pure essential light, our peace, our security, you know, our path is very clear. We're in the flow of pure consciousness, right? And we're in tune at that point with all that is, all that exists, in the flow of pure consciousness. That's where we are. As we're all connected, we're all collaborators, right? We're all collaborators in creating consciousness and creating a pure or otherwise form of consciousness, within and without, within ourselves, within our businesses, within our communities, and ultimately, obviously, our world. We all participate in this divine order that exists. To that end, we all have the potential to tap into the unlimited joy, unlimited abundance that exists. You are a living expression of that energy. You're a source of light in our world. When you're connected, when you're in the flow, we still experience, now and again, what is described as, you know, in Star Wars, as a disturbance in the force, a glitch in the matrix, as I said. You've all experienced it, no doubt. When you're living in the flow, however, and a disturbance comes along, you're able to see the path clearly. You're able to see exactly how to proceed. Sometimes the disturbance knocks you off of your flow, knocks you off your path just a little bit. And you can call a friend who you trust, who you know will help to guide you, will help to point the way, so that you can return to that stillness, to that flow where you're more productive, you're more conscious, you're more compassionate, you're happier, you're more joyful. Because isn't that the point? Isn't that the point? When we realize that all that we do, whether it's business, whether it's joining with our families, all that we do is ultimately to create a feeling of joy and peace in our lives. So staying in that pure, joyful consciousness is the point. When you learn to center yourself in pure light, joy, and stillness, your path is clear. So today, what I'm going to do is guide you through a meditation, a visual meditation, so that you can use that whenever your stillness has been ruffled or whenever there is a disturbance in the force. So what I'm going to do now is ask that the yantra, that Randy, you put the yantra up, please, and I'll guide you. Always when you meditate, you want to be in a clean place, indoors or out, it's okay. You want to be sitting in a very comfortable position, whether it's in a sitting on the floor on a pillow, in a half lotus, a lotus, if you're able, in a chair, but in a clean place where you can sit undisturbed. And once again, all of this, all that we do here in meditating is ultimately with the idea of stopping our thoughts so that we are one with the stillness, so that we see more clearly, we live more joyfully, right? So you want to be sitting in a quiet place where you are undisturbed, and in the beginning your thoughts will flow. And you don't want to grab onto one, you want to just notice that they're there and let them go. So what you do during that time is focus. In the very beginning, you want to focus on this yantra that we have up on the screen, or a candle, or a mantra, or simply on an idea, a high idea, a higher consciousness idea that helps you to be focused. So when I lead you in these visualizations, they are to give you assistance moving forward, a reminder, a thought that puts you in a higher consciousness, and ultimately gaining the ability to stop your thoughts. In the beginning, most of you will not be able to do that. It takes time, but it's okay. Be gentle with yourself. Don't judge yourself. Enjoy the process. Don't judge yourself. That, I believe, is where so many get stuck, in judging the process. After a while, after you've started focusing, learning how to focus, you'll find that it naturally occurs. Your stillness, your ability to find your center, your ability to connect with something larger than yourself becomes much, much easier. So don't judge yourself. Be gentle and enjoy the process. Now, I'll take myself off screen and we'll begin a visualization. And then after the visualization, we'll have 2 pieces of music. Continue the focus in the first piece of music, which, as I've told you before, all of our music is infused with energy to help you to get into the state of meditation, to be able to meditate more easily, more deeply. So in the first piece of music, continue the focus. In the second piece of music, let go. And let eternity do with you what it will. When we finish meditating, always it's good to bow and give the meditation to eternity. Just give it to the universe, blessing all sentient beings on this planet and beyond. Then, after we have bowed, I will give you 10 things to do. All right, now I'll take myself off camera and we'll begin the visualization. Practice this technique whenever you feel tension entering into you from the outside. This exercise can be practiced while seated or as part of mindfulness while you work, while you talk with others, or engage in any activity. This exercise is particularly effective when you need to stop tension, frustration, or panic immediately. Focus your attention on the center of your stomach, in the area of your navel. Feel that this is an area of tremendous strength. Visualize a sphere, a dome of red energy surrounding your entire body, which is supported by your own willpower. Positive thoughts, feelings, ideas, and vibrations can pass through this sphere and reach you. But as long as you visualize this sphere of red energy surrounding you, negative thoughts, hostilities, anger, and aggressive feelings of other persons and situations cannot enter you. While you're visualizing this sphere of red energy surrounding you, feel that you are consciously directing energy from the center of your body, in the area of your navel, throughout the sphere. Feel that the energy of your willpower can easily deflect tension-causing feelings and frustrations that are directed toward you from the outside world. You will find it easier and easier. It will become much easier and easier to visualize this sphere of red energy as you practice, and that you will be able to stop the negative energies of others from entering you. Now, let's meditate. Namaste. Ordinarily, when you meditate, our meditations run, about 10 to 12 minutes or so with the visualizations. But when you begin to meditate, oh, I'm assuming you can hear me, right? Okay, good. When you begin to meditate, you want to sit for 15 minutes or so in the beginning for the first few months, and then increase that time to maybe a half an hour and ultimately maybe an hour. Not much more than that, an hour and a half maybe. This will come very naturally for you as the time begins to actually be no time while you're meditating without thought. So the next time that you feel a disturbance in any force at any time, use this technique so that you can center yourself and move forward in a peaceful way. There's a movie that I just remembered. It's called The Dark Crystal. It's a wonderful movie by Jim Henson. It's got a lot of spirituality in it, a lot of messages. But at one point in the movie, the enlightened beings, these characters that he had, the Muppets, they were beautiful creatures. And they walked very slowly, very carefully on the planet. And at one point, they're walking, and all of a sudden, one falls and dies. And the ones that are in front look back at this once incredible being that they were aligned with and still are, but they looked back and they simply continued to walk. There was no glitch. It was a moment, and then it passed. So when you learn to meditate, you're able to find this peace and this stillness anytime. Now, 10 things to do. First, love someone or something more than you love yourself. Second, take chances constantly. Constantly. Third, stop taking yourself so seriously. Fourth, start taking others more seriously. Fifth, never, ever, ever give up hope. Sixth, meditate more deeply today than you ever have. Seventh, learn to dance. Learn to dance. Eighth, feel the pain of the world and be happy anyway. Ninth, let go and let eternity do with you what it will. 10th, look beyond all of this and know truth. We'll be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday, and I'll look forward to being with you then. Thank you so much for being here and lifting not only yourself, those around you, and ultimately our planet. Namaste. The light in me sees, honors, and loves the light in you. Thanks.